Hey everybody, it's Kip Johnson, Jones Group Realtors, here with Rachel Moore from Central Source Mortgage. That is a mouthful, but we'll keep on going because I'll cut it out. This week's video is how much can a first-time home buyer get pre-approved for?
That's all, folks.
Okay, so how much, if a buyer comes to you, how much can a first-time home buyer usually get pre-approved for?
Well, housing prices have gone up quite a bit and our income hasn't matched year over year. So it kind of depends. We go off of a debt to income ratio, and there's lots of different programs that first-time home buyers can utilize to get into a home for the first time.
Okay. What are some of the first-time home buyer programs that are out there for first-time home buyers to use?
Well, first-time home buyers sometimes, go onto Google and they'll think that there's a lot more programs than are available. Be a little bit careful of some of those programs, the down payment assist, some of the grant programs, because usually it's not free money. So the best ones, in my opinion, that I often put clients into is if they're service members, VA loans, the 97% conforming, which means you only need 3% down to go conventional, but you have to have pretty good credit for that, and lower debt to income ratio, or the FHA loan, which sometimes people will think an FHA loan isn't the greatest loan out there, but it's really great at getting people who may not have established credit or have lower credit scores and have high debt to income ratios. And it only requires 3.5% down.
Perfect. Okay, with that question then, what are some of the loan limits that first-time home buyers are going to run into?
The biggest limitation is going to be debt to income ratio, but let's say you make a lot of money. You got a job out of college and you make really good money. The most that we can lend to you is $647,200, so $647,200. A lot of people won't qualify for that much, but if you do, then that's great. If you were to go over that number, then you go into jumbo loans, which are a whole different beast. I wouldn't recommend them for first-time home buyers unless they have a significant down payment.
Okay, cool. Okay, Rachel, my next question to you would be, what is a pre-approval process?
The first step of the process is just call. And that's actually the hardest part for some people. Sometimes they'll think, oh, I might not qualify, I'm worried about my credit score. They have all these concerns, but oftentimes just calling, making that first step is the biggest step. The rest of it's kind of easy. Once you get in your income documents, so I usually need 30 days pay stubs, 2 years W-2s, 2 months bank statements. From that, I can pull credit, and then we'll work up that debt to income ratio. Once we get you kind of knowing what you could qualify for, that's when I can issue a credit approval letter.
Okay. So it's also important too to really check with your realtors or shop around a little bit, make sure that you are, getting the best rates you possibly can, as well as making sure that, all lenders aren't created equal. So a good real estate agent is going to be able to point you in the right direction to a good, solid lender. Okay, Rich, my next question would be, why do people need a pre-approval?
Well, it's been a very competitive market for the past few years. And so when you get a pre-approval letter from your lender, that's telling the buyer or the sellers that you are a good bet. They should accept your offer. And if it comes from a reputable lender, someone that is local or somebody that they've worked with before, even better, because that's telling them, hey, I've worked with these people, they close loans. So a credit approval letter is basically proving to the sellers that you can buy the house, you can afford it, and it's backed by somebody who is in the industry.
And I'll add to that too, as a realtor, any offer that you're going to put out there, you're going to need to have a pre-approval letter with it that comes from a lender. Yes, you can have a pre-approval letter be scheduled to come within 3 days, but it's always stronger to have your pre-approval automatically put into your offers. The next thing we're going to talk about is what a first-time home buyer should look for in a realtor and a mortgage broker. For me, I would suggest that you look for somebody that's local, somebody that knows your market, somebody that kind of specializes in the area you want to move to. They have a good idea of what the schools are. They have expertise on what neighborhoods are good neighborhoods to move into. But then also a realtor that has a business relationship with a mortgage broker, like me and Rachel do, and it's able to make the whole purchase process a lot more smooth when we're in good communication. And we know each other, we know how each other work. It makes everything a lot smoother. What about for you, Rachel? What do you think a first-time home buyer should look for in a mortgage broker?
Well, I would say that buying a home is pretty scary, and being lent that much money can be intimidating. So having somebody that you trust that has your best interest at heart, there's so many disclosures and legal documents that can be overwhelming. So someone that can walk you through the process. I'm local, so somebody that, you know, if you're having a hard time with your scanner, can come and help you get the documents, things like that. Also, simply rates. Somebody who can beat other people in rates and get you the best deal. Short term, the process is difficult, but long term, you want to be saving money. So those things combined, I think, is what makes a really good mortgage broker.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you like this content, please like, subscribe to my channel, help me push this content out there. Me and Rachel are right down the street from each other. I'm right off Main Street in Gresham, and Rachel is right down the street.
Off Burnside in Gresham.
So if you want to go shopping for a house, come see us both. We're only like a half mile away from each other.